In the heart of the bustling city, tucked away in a cozy little apartment, lived a teenage boy named Ethan. Ethan was a quiet and shy kid who preferred to stay indoors painting rather than hanging out with friends. He found solace in his art, transforming blank canvases into vibrant landscapes and portraits. One day, while rummaging through his grandfather's belongings after he moved into a care home, Ethan stumbled upon an old wooden box. Curiosity sparked. He opened it to find a collection of yellowed letters and a vintage film camera. The camera was an instant point and shoot, an old Polaroid camera that had been popular in the 60s and 70s. It was made of sturdy, black plastic with chrome accents and a large lens. As Ethan held the camera, its weight and texture brought back memories of a time when his grandfather would excitedly show him pictures he had taken on this very camera. Now, gazing at the camera, Ethan felt a sense of responsibility mixed with excitement. He knew his grandfather would want him to take good care of the camera and continue the tradition of capturing moments with it. Ethan began by taking pictures of his everyday life. He photographed his paint-stained hands gripping an art brush, the vibrant colors of his paints, and the textures of the canvas. He walked around his neighborhood, capturing the chipped paint on a weathered fence, the dew-kissed petals of a flower blooming between cracks in the pavement, and the laughter of children playing. He joined the local photography club and shared his photos with them. They were mesmerized by the unique charm of the instant camera and the thought that went into each photograph. The members encouraged Ethan to keep exploring, to keep capturing the world through his grandfather's camera. As weeks passed, Ethan found himself drawn to the simple beauty of everyday life. He saw poetry in the mundane, beauty in the overlooked. He started noticing things he had never seen before, details that made each moment unique and precious. He began carrying the camera everywhere, ready to capture any scene that caught his eye. He took photos of strangers, their faces filled with stories, their eyes twinkling with life experiences. He photographed them with respect and admiration, celebrating the diversity and resilience of the human spirit. His photographs became more than just images. They were stories, emotions, memories frozen in time. There was a rawness to them, a purity that came from the instant film. The way the image slowly developed, like life unfolding before your eyes. One day, Ethan had an idea. He decided to hold a photo exhibition, showcasing the people and places he had photographed. He called it A Lens on Life, a tribute to his grandfather and a celebration of the beauty in the ordinary. The exhibition was held in the town square. People from all around came to see Ethan's photographs and hear his stories. There were gasps of delight, nods of recognition, and smiles of remembrance. One picture drew everyone's attention. It was a portrait of an elderly woman sitting on a park bench. Her face was lined with age, her eyes distant, as if lost in a world of memories. But there was a serenity about her, a quiet strength that resonated with everyone who saw the photo. An elderly gentleman approached Ethan after seeing the picture. "Do you know who that is?" he asked, his voice trembling with emotion. "That's my wife," he said, his eyes glistening with tears. "We haven't seen each other in over 50 years. It turned out the woman in the photo had been the man's high school sweetheart. He had loved her dearly, but they had gone their separate ways after graduation. He had never forgotten her, though, and he carried a picture of her in his wallet until it wore out. Seeing her again, even in a photograph, brought back a flood of memories and emotions. Touched by the story, Ethan felt a deep sense of gratitude. His grandfather's camera had brought people together, bridging gaps and touching hearts. In that moment, he realized the true power of photography. It wasn't just about capturing images. It was about capturing moments, emotions, stories. It was about preserving memories and sharing them with the world. The exhibition went on for several days, drawing crowds and sparking conversations. After the last photo was sold, Ethan stood looking at the empty frames on the wall, He felt a sense of loss, but also pride. He had shared a piece of his soul with the world, and the response had been overwhelming. Days turned into weeks, and Ethan continued to roam the streets with his grandfather's camera. He had become a fixture in the town, known for his unique photography. People would smile and wave at him as he passed, recognizing the young man who had shown them the beauty in the ordinary. One day, Ethan sat down to develop his latest batch of photos. As the images emerged, he saw something that made his heart skip a beat. One of the photos was of him, his hair tousled by the wind, his eyes shining with passion, holding his grandfather's camera. He had been so focused on capturing the world that he hadn't realized he had become part of it. Looking at the photo, Ethan smiled. He had found his passion, his purpose, his voice. He was no longer the shy, introverted boy who had stumbled upon an old camera. He was Ethan, the photographer, capturing the world one frame at a time. As the sun set, casting long shadows across the town, Ethan knew he had found his place. He was a storyteller now, a chronicler of life, and he wouldn't trade it for the world. He picked up his camera and headed out into the fading light, ready to capture the next moment, the next story, the next piece of beauty in the everyday. In the quiet moments when the world seemed to fade away, Ethan found solace in the familiar weight of his grandfather's camera in his hands. It was more than just a camera. It was a connection to his grandfather, a legacy of love and storytelling. With each click of the shutter, he felt his grandfather's presence beside him, guiding him, encouraging him, sharing in his passion for photography. The camera had become a symbol of Ethan's journey, a reminder of the beauty he had discovered in the ordinary and the impact he had made on those around him. It was a tangible link to his past, present, and future, a testament to the enduring power of family, memories, and the art of photography. And so Ethan continued to walk the streets, camera in hand, capturing the world, sharing its beauty and honoring his grandfather's memory. Every photograph was a love letter to life, a celebration of the ordinary, and a tribute to the extraordinary bond he shared with his grandfather. Through the lens of the vintage camera,